Yeah, so I want to make this video talking about the Neptune retrograde. So Neptune stationed direct yesterday, December the 7th. And it was retrograde from July the 2nd, and it's been in Pisces this whole time, which is its home sign. And Pisces is giving very like dissolving, very like illusion, fantasy, blurring the lines, like barriers kind of just don't. It's very messy, very blurry. So that is over, or it's not over because it's still in Pisces, but the retrograde is over. And Neptune is the furthest planet away from the sun, so I feel like it is like really, really the depths, like the not the subconscious, like the super conscious, like the universal flow, like every like represents kind of what everyone is tapped into. And I feel like that's why it is the ruler of Pisces. But the point of this video for real is to say that, like, yeah, I can see that this year with this retrograde being aware from July to yesterday, of like where I had like a lot of fantastical ideas and goals and things that just weren't based in my reality, that were also causing me like a lot of emotion. Why can't I say emotional? Am I watching too much Glorilla? Like, am I listening too many of her songs or her interviews? Emotional turmoil. It's really the turmoil that's getting me. I don't even know what I was saying. Neptune. Okay, yeah. So seeing where I had these unrealistic expectations and um these fantasies about like my goals in my life and how like it just and a lot of it dealt with relationships and I have Pisces in the 10th house, and that's also where my Saturn is. So I feel like this was a lot of like uncovering things related to like my job and like my source of income and what I do for a living, and also like it's the opposite of that is the fourth house, and I feel like anything that's happened in the 10th house is being reflected in the fourth house. So the fourth house is Virgo, and I feel like that is like a very like ancestral, like home, lineage, maternal, inner body thing. So like finding the balance of that, and I think this year was uncovering a lot of are thinking more of like realistically what type of lives did my ancestors have, like what type of life did my granny have. Like I know that I seen her, I know that I grew up watching her, but like I only seen her from a child's perspective. So like in the real world where I can comprehend all of the factors happening, what type of quality of life did my granny have, what did she feel like, and what was her mother like, and all of the things that I am thinking about and starting to uncover and wanting to ask more questions, has been highlighted, and wanting to tell those stories, wanting to tell the stories of the forgotten history, because it's important. Like that's another whatever. That's totally off topic. Back to this Neptune retrograde. It is also important because on the 6th, Mars went retrograde, and Mars is currently in Cancer, so it's going to be retrograde in Cancer and then go up through back to Gemini. And that is my second and first house. And I feel like this is jumping back to last year when I started to post more on social media and be more open about like my thoughts in astrology and share my knowledge and insight. And I think that, uh, yeah, it was just this year also, this retrograde also showed me where like I was actively avoiding those things and using these fantasies and these unrealistic goals and expectations to distract myself from my personal goals. Yeah, so just wanting to say that, and then also saying that like these two things happening back to back, and this being the holiday season, this being the end of the year where everyone is reflecting and getting prepared for the new year and making resolutions. I think that this may be like an extra sobering time, where people are very introspective, and I think that it can be really difficult for a lot of people, and I want to or emphasize that I hope that we are actively loving on our people, our village, um actively like actively and intentionally giving care, meeting them where they're at, and trying to make sure everyone around you, including yourself, is able to meet their basic needs throughout this time or whatever is about to come up. But just like, yeah, I think this is going to be a start to a lot more collaborative existences, and not just like coexisting, or like, yeah, just being in the same place, but actually like more collaborative existing, more collaborative conversations, and more innovative ways to get through whatever is about to come.